I check out now some practice questions related to operational amplifiers. See this one now. Assuming that op-amp is ideal, calculate the output voltage V0 is asking. So this is the op-amp circuit given. So you see this one now. Here, this inverting node to be at a ground, you can call. Suppose this is V1, inverting node is at a ground, and non-inverting node is applied to some 1 volt through a resistance R. Non-inverting is applied to some 1 volt supply through a resistance R, you can call. Saturation voltages are plus 15 and minus 15 volt you can indicate. And E introduce the feedback from output to non-inverting input, not to the inverting input. You see here, E given some feedback from output to non-inverting input through a resistance R. Just now I told you, if I give a feedback from output to non-inverting input, it look like a positive feedback, and thereby the op-amp have a chance to operate in saturation mode, right? See this one now? Feedback is to non-inverting input, feedback is to non-inverting input, you can call. Non-inverting input and look like positive feedback user. So now I can able to examine what are the VAD value here. See, so now V1 is a 0 there, inverting voltage 0. Inverting node voltage V1 equal to 0 volt there, directly it is grounded. And non-inverting voltage you observe, non-inverting node to ground you can call, this is the non-inverting node. So non-inverting node to ground is who is there, means resistance and 1 volt supply is there. As compared to the input resistance of the op-amp, this resistance is negligible, so that V2 is close to 1 volt. So resistance R should be negligible as compared to the input resistance of the op-amp, then V2 should be close to what means 1 volt you can call. So check out VAD there. VAD equal to V2 minus V1. Okay, so V2 is 1 volt, V1 is 0, that equal to 1 volt you can call. So VAD should be positive. VAD is a positive there, and the corresponding differential voltage cross the scale of plus or minus VT, so that op-amp is purely in saturation mode, right? If this op-amp is in saturation mode, you can call op-amp is in saturation mode, as VAD is positive and it should be greater than plus or minus VT scale. You say that op-amp is purely in saturation mode, you can call. And you know that in the saturation mode, as VAD equal to positive, then output to be clamped at positive saturation, you can call. Right, as VAD equal to positive, then output is clamped at positive saturation, you say, then what is that value means? V0 equal to positive saturation, that equal to plus 15 volt. Right? So this will be the answer for that. So here the feedback is given to the non-inverting node. So that look like a positive feedback you can call. So op-amp have a chance to operate in saturation mode, that I can able to confirm using this case. V1 0 and V2 is close to 1 volt there. Then VAD equal to 1 volt, that is already crossed the scale of plus or minus VT, and VAD become positive means the op-amp is in the saturation mode, and because of VAD positive, the output to be clamped at what means positive saturation value, that equal to how much means plus 15 volt. So here the output V0 equal to plus 15 volt you can call. So check out the next question. The gain of the op-amp circuit is X when the switch S1 is open. So when the switch is open, the gain of the circuit is nothing but X you can call. And what is the gain of the same circuit when the switch S1 is closed, you can call. So whenever this switch is open, the gain is X, and the switch closed, whatever the gain is asking. See, for now, this is the op-amp circuit you can call, where non-inverting terminal is kept at a ground, and E apply the signal voltage to the inverting node. It look like an inverting amplifier. So in the input area, the resistance is R. In the feedback path, the two resistors are there, each is R ohms, and across one R ohm, there is a switch S1 is connected. So first case now I can able to go switch open and switch close. It look like what I told means that is nothing but look like an inverting circuit I told. See this one. What the case here, the signal voltage only to the inverting node, non-inverting is at ground, so feedback to the inverting node there. So it is a inverting circuit you can call. It is an inverting circuit. Okay. So now I consider the first case. Case 1 I take out when switch S1 is open. Right. This case now I can take out when the switch S1 is open. Whatever the gain I can able to estimate now. If this S1 is open, this R is effective there. So you observe now, according to the condition, the input resistance R1 I can call that equal to R, and this feedback resistance RF I can call. So whenever the switch S1 is open, this R is effective, then total resistance in the feedback path is R plus R you say. That become 2R. So already you know that the gain of the inverting circuit, some A dash, you know, A dash equal to V0 by Vi. For inverting circuit, the gain you know, minus Rf by R1. Okay, so feedback resistance is 2R in our circuit, and input resistance is nothing but R you can call. So that you can able to get A dash equal to minus 2 you can call. And he given that gain is X there. So the gain is given as a X. So that gain is comes to be what means X you can call. Now for the same circuit, now I can able to calculate the gain when the switch is closed. Now I consider that the switch S1 to be closed. This one I do. If I close the switch S1 there, you observe now this corresponding R become as a short. That corresponding resistance become as what means short now. So the corresponding R become as what means short, this part. So this R become as a short. Right. So once you can apply that corresponding switch S1 to be closed, that resistance R of that one going to be short you can call. Right. Now what happened now can able to check out. So case 2 now I check out there. When switch S1 closed, right, the corresponding R becomes short you say. The corresponding R become short. So under that condition, what is the effective feedback resistance means just R only you can call, and input resistance also R you say, right? So under this condition, the feedback resistance RF is just only R. And not only that, you say that input resistance also R. Now under this condition, whatever the closed loop gain you can go, A dash equal to V0 by Vi you say, and the formula for inverting circuit you know, minus Rf by R1. Substitute Rf is R, R1 also R. That become as a minus 1. So if you see this one now in the previous case, so closed loop gain is nothing but what means minus 2 you got that I give that he indicated as a X. X equal to minus 2 you can call. Now here you may get minus 1, then it become to be X by 2 you say. So when the switch is open, the gain is nothing but X you can call, and now the corresponding switch is closed, the gain of the circuit now become as a X by 2 you can call. Confirm my option. So switch is open, the gain is nothing but X you can call, that is appeared as a minus 2. For the same circuit, if I close the switch, the concerned resistor is short, and the gain to be calculated as minus 1, that become as a X by 2. So the gain of the circuit is X by 2 you can call. Okay, check out the next question now. Assume the op amp is ideal. Calculate the load current IL in the figure given. So this op amp should be considered as an ideal you can call, asking this load current IL there. Now you can able to check out what that load current now. See, so now this is a closed loop circuit you say, asking the load current here. Now using virtual ground, now assume that this is some node 1, This is node 2, inverting node node 1 I call, non-inverting node 2. Suppose I assume that the voltage at this node is some Vx. Then according to the virtual ground, the voltage here also some same as Vx. Virtual ground I can apply. I assume the voltage at this node is some Vx. Then automatically the voltage other node also should be same as Vx using virtual ground. And I indicate the current flows in every branch. Now I can able to solve this one with the help of nodal analysis. So I indicate the current flows in every branch now. By that I can calculate the required current IL. So what I assume here means Vx should be the node voltage I call. See this one now? So I assume that Vx should be the node voltage there. Let Vx be the node voltage I can call. So using virtual ground, the other node also the same voltage, you know. So now I can apply KCL at node 1. KCL at node 1 I go. Okay, KCL at node 1. That should be inverting node there. It is incoming current, it is outgoing current. One is incoming, other one is outgoing. Then if I apply KCL there, so that can come down as Vs minus Vx by R1, Vs minus Vx by R1 equal to, here the node voltage Vx, this is V0 you can call, Vx minus V0 by R1. Okay, so Vs minus Vx by R1 equal to Vx minus V0 by R1 you say. R1 get cancelled there. Then Vs minus Vx equal to Vx minus V0 you can call. So transfer that Vx that side, that become as a 2Vx, V0 this side. So Vs plus V0 equal to, Vs plus V0 equal to what you can get means 2Vx. Right, that I can call as some equation 1. Now I can able to do the same job for what means node 2 now I can go. So now I can able to check out KCL at node 2 now. So this is the node 2 now. For that now I can apply the KCL. So that is a non-inverting node there. For that now I can apply the KCL now. What happens now I can able to check out. So this is the node 2. Suppose now I consider here, this is incoming current, these two are outgoing current. Here the node voltage 0, this is Vx you can call, 0 minus Vx by R2. That is incoming current there. Right, equal to, now I need to calculate this current IL in this branch RL, that I take out as it is IL. So here the current is nothing but what I can able to define means the node voltage you already know Vx there, other one is V0, that become as Vx minus V0 by R2. So here you see this one now. Here you say that this is incoming current 0 minus Vx by R2, outgoing is IL. Here again you see this 0 minus what is it means Vx minus V0 by R2 you can call. This node voltage is Vx minus V0 by R2. Now I can able to rewrite this IL equal to, take this one this side and take R2 common. So if I take this one this side, you may get this one as V0 minus 2Vx. V0 minus 2Vx by R2 you can call. Now let us see this one now. I can substitute the value of 2Vx there. So what is the value of 2Vx that I can able to substitute now? Confirm my option. IL equal to V0 minus 2Vx by R2 you can call. That I can able to substitute now. This one now. So what you call means? So what you get? IL equal to Vs. IL equal to what means? So V0 minus 2Vx by R2. V0 minus 2Vx by R2. So in this equation, I substitute the value of 2Vx, V0 minus, so from equation 1, 2Vx equal to Vs plus V0 you can call, that I substitute there. Vs plus V naught you say by R2. So 2x value I substitute now. So if I minimize that, what you can get means IL equal to V naught cancelled out, that become as minus Vs by R2. So this will be the current in the load element RL. IL equal to what means minus Vs by R2. Check out. So you're asking the load current IL there. Now what I have considered means I can apply the KCL to both the inverting node and the non-inverting node you can call, and substituting the value of 2 Vx there, I can get the value of load current in terms of the supply voltage Vs, that become as what means minus Vs by R2, right? This will be the load current user. Check out the next question now. Assuming op amp ideal, calculate the gain V naught by Vi you can call. Assuming the op amp ideal, calculate the gain V naught by Vi. Okay. Check out now. So this is the op amp circuit given. He said that non-inverting terminal is at ground. This is the non-inverting terminal is at ground you can call. This is the inverting terminal you can call. So using virtual ground, this one is also at 0 volt, you know, right? And in the feedback part, you find out the 2 10 kilo ohms is there, and here 1 kilo ohm resistor is there. We are asking that what about the gain of this circuit. So this is now I consider some node A. This I assumed as some node A, and what are the voltage at that node A I can call means some Vx. So here the voltage I can call as a Vx. So where Vx is the node voltage I can call. This is the node voltage Vx I say. Where I can call the node voltage is Vx. Okay. So this one now, this is the node A I can call. So here the voltage now I assume as what sir means Vx I say. So node voltage I can call as a Vx, right? Now I can able to indicate the current flows in every branch. Suppose here like this. In every branch I consider the current flows. Now by that I can able to discuss. This is also 10 kilo ohms. Right. Now I can able to indicate the current flows in every branch. Just I can apply the KCL at inverting node and the node A to get that concerned gain V naught by Vi you can call. See this one now. Let Vx be the voltage at node A I can call. Let Vx be the voltage at node A I can call, right? Now I consider that KCL at inverting node and KCL at node A first, right? Case 1 I go. KCL at inverting node I go for KCL at inverting node now. So here Vi minus 0 by 1k, that is incoming current there, equal to 0 minus Vx by 10k you can call. 0 minus Vx by 10k. Got it now? So Vi minus 0 by 1k equal to 0 minus Vx by 10k. Using virtual ground, this value is 0 already I told to you. Then k cancelled out. Vx equal to how much it becomes means minus 10 Vi. That I can call as a some equation 1. Vx equal to how much means minus 10 Vi I can call. Now I can able to check out the again KCL at node A. KCL at node A I go. At node A 3 branches is there. One is incoming, remaining 2 are outgoing there. If I apply KCL at this node A, what it comes means 0 minus Vx by 10k, 0 minus Vx by 10k equal to Vx minus V naught by 10k, Vx minus V naught by 10k plus Vx minus 0 by 1k you can call. So all case cancelled out. You may get like this. So minus Vx equal to, take 10 that side. So 10 into, so 10 and 10 cancelled out. Okay, this becomes a 10 Vx, right? If I take out this one now, if I take LCM, this becomes a 10 Vx, and the remaining is Vx plus Vx minus V naught. Got it? So take this one, 11 Vx this side. So V naught equal to 12 Vx it comes. So if I minimize that, V naught equal to how much means 12 Vx you can call. So now I can able to substitute the value of Vx, you can say. So that Vx you already know, minus 10 Vi, right? So I substitute now, V naught equal to 12 into Vx is minus 10 Vi you can call. So that becomes V naught by Vi asking, that is minus 120. So for this circuit, we are asking the gain now. So what is the gain of this circuit means? That equal to minus 120 can call. The gain of that circuit becomes minus 120. Understood now? So using virtual ground, this is 0. Here, what is the node I assume as a their voltage I consider as a Vx. Just I apply the KCL at this inverting node and the concerned node A to get the required gain, and that to be calculated as minus 120. Okay, check out the next question now. So this one now. Assume op-amp ideal, calculate the current I0 in the figure given. So he asking that in this circuit, asking that current I0, assuming the op-amp as ideal. Okay, so this is nothing but op-amp circuit with a closed loop one, taking feedback from output to inverting input you can call. So using virtual ground, what are the voltage Vs is there, that to be considered the other node also, right? So this node is also the same voltage Vs. Okay, so this voltage also towards means same voltage Vs you can call. So here node voltage I can call as a Vs. Confirm my option. So because of this voltage Vs, using virtual ground, the other node is also the same voltage Vs I say. Next, one more thing you remember, according to the ideal condition, none of the current can flow between inverting and non-inverting terminals I told. So in the branch RL, the current flowing is I0, that can able to going through the RS as it is, because no current flow between input terminals, you know. What is the current I0 through RL, that should be same in RS. Like this I write. That's enough. So what I say, using virtual ground, okay, inverting node is also at the same voltage I say. Inverting node voltage is same as Vs, right? So inverting node voltage is same as Vs I told. And you said that because of the op-amp do not allow any current between input terminals, the current I0 through load RL should be same in RS you say. Next, what I say means, the current I0 through RL is same as in RS. The current I0 through RL is the same as in RS because no current flowing between the input terminals, right? Same as in RS you say, because no current can flow between input terminals of op-amp, right? So between input terminals of op-amp, none of the current can flow there. So based on that, now I can able to calculate I0 directly. So using Ohm's law, I0 equal to what means Vs by Rs you say. So this is the value of I0. I0 equal to Vs by Rs. I0 equal to what means Vs by Rs you can call. Okay.